It's Madden NFL football. It's week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Are you ready to accept the Lord Jesus Christ as your personal Savior?
Yes, I am.
Well, then let him look into this for you. I baptize you in the name of the Father.
As we'll see Trey Lance and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Justin Herbert and the Denver Broncos.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Denver Broncos.
Congratulations, Sam. May the Lord's light always shine on you.
With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when their body's on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
He's got a pro record now, more.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down.
Oh, that's so good.
A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates. 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and we'll still get the first down. They love being physical.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now it's Herbert. This one complete to Patton. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Now a handoff here to his running back. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That was a really nice job by them.
She knows it got pulled.
And detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run.
She knows it got pulled, yeah.
If you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he will have a Broncos first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Play action. It's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And tell him what, this 4-month window now needs to be accomplished in 4 days. You know, she's spreading that money around to buy loyalty with the lieutenants. I know. Do you? Yeah, because, we need to
counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. To throw again on second down. Herbert. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Broncos are on the board here first in the season opener. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a Denver touchdown.
Wendy Byrde. Tell me you got good news.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Yep. Rig the election.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not
Back in.
much. In fact, just a yard pass there.
Back in again. Making agreements.
They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in
Wait, so where's she coming from? Look like a jail, obviously. Look. Oh, going to? Oh, she going to see the nigga who
before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it is permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
It was my cousin's guitar he stole. I've seen him before over at the Snow Place. I used to work over there.
What can you do for Darby and Snow? 2 days or something.
And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more.
If it was your cousin's guitar that I
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Why does anyone steal anything?
Second and 10.
Where are you from?
Definitely. Where are you from?
Osage.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
I was both my brothers last 2 years. I've been there since. Both of them.
Thanks for your time.
Hey.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down.
My fucking really cool.
Shotgun now for Lance. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense. Now
I've been wanting to tell you something for a long time. You stink. Your scheme stinks. And the Ravens stink. Happy Sunday.
Shut your ass up.
I love you.
and not giving ground.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Told you I ain't like her already. She fucked it up.
Gonna throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Damn.
Only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will make it 10-0.
She called him Marty Byrde.
Hello, Maya.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field.
So big.
He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
You had a choice.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I assume we're still waiting on Mr. Sack.
Yes, ma'am.
And when exactly can we expect it?
And again this time to the tailback.
He not coming because he's taking the job.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Right back to him on first down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
He's their star witness. He's he's the only witness. Oh shit, he's there. Oh no, he's at the fucking motel.
Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Good for you. Just check me. Maybe joining us again anytime.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
About AA, it's really helpful because, I was considering
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Yeah, we do. Anytime.
Yeah, let's start over just because I haven't been paying attention.
Mr. Davis, would you like to proceed with the hearing without your witness?
It's just that any factual information.
It's a simple question, Mr. Davis.
I don't believe my grandchildren are safe in that house.
Mr. Davis.
It's 1 o'clock.
What's next and go testify for him?
No, Your Honor.
In that case, the court is prepared to rule.
What do you mean rule? There was no hearing.
But there is a petition on my desk.
Oh shit.
And I am fully aware of the unstable home life these children have had to endure. That Jonah Byrde has been living in a motel, and that both his parents were recently arrested.
But Your Honor, there were no charges filed.
Considering that Charlie is months away from her 18th
Now they done
birthday,
wasted that favor
it's
and
the
they could
opinion
be
of this
getting the
court
bar
that
off
she
the
should
list.
be free to make a decision about her own welfare.
Joan is only 15.
It is the further opinion of this court that if Jonah can live in a motel, there can be no reasonable argument as to why he cannot move to North Carolina in the custody of a family member. Jonah, Charlotte, you're old enough to decide for yourselves.
They're like, oh.
Next.
Cool. Everybody out. That means, so the court rules that the kids can decide, but the kids actually get to decide who's going to stay, who's going to go.
I think Charlotte goes stay.
Take all the time you need.
Of course, Grandpa. Asshole.
What's going on? Jonah?
We're going with Grandpa.
Oh.
Come on.
You're not serious.
Both of you?
I'm sorry. What did he say to you? Nothing. No, he must have said something to you because you said you didn't want to go. I never said that. Yes, you did. You said you just heard what you
We'll
wanted.
just talk about this at home, okay?
Dad.
We'll sleep on it. We'll talk about it in the morning.
What is there to talk about? Everything.
All you do is talk. Nothing changes.
There's something to say. Do you think she would actually hear us?
Charlotte, you understand what you're getting into, okay? Your grandfather is not a good man.
You only think that because Mom told you to.
That's not true.
You just do everything she says.
No, I do.
Oh, shit.
Dad, you said so yourself.
You said it yourself?
She only does what she wants. The whole thing's rigged.
Okay, that had nothing to do with your grandfather. It doesn't have your best interest in mind, okay? You're not 18 yet, and you're far from it. You need to think about the house you're moving into, okay?
Oh, shit.
Dad. Dad, please. Don't take them.
Take her kids, so that's wild.
I will do whatever you want. I will do anything.
Tell him what happened to his son.
Just tell me what it is. What can I give you? Just tell me. Just tell me what it is you want. I'll give you anything.
Stop it, Wendy.
Please. Don't take them away. I will do whatever you want, please. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry that I was so hard to love.
Is she willing to kill her
I'm
dad?
sorry I embarrassed you. I'm sorry that I left home. I'm sorry.
I just don't
I'm sorry,
believe
but
her.
please do not
No.
take my children.
I am not doing this to hurt you. I am just trying to keep my grandchildren safe.
Just don't take them away from me, please. I will be so good. I'll do whatever you want. Just tell me what to do, please.
I want you to get up and stop making a fool of yourself, Wendy Marie. Nobody's falling for this anymore. When I am done, they are going to know exactly what you are, and they are never coming back to you.
Yeah, she's gonna kill him. Happy kid. Now she's gonna rig the damn thing. The man and it blew up in her face. He didn't even have to testify.
Today, it's the National Football League. It's week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Now I gotta remember the extra things.
The barbed wire.
Yeah, but what was that? Did you see that?
No. This is the bottom. This is the and at the top.
What was the bottom?
I don't know.
As we'll see Trey Lance and the Baltimore Ravens versus Justin Herbert and the Denver Broncos.
Barbed wire was when they went to
EA
see
Sports
Omar in
coverage of
prison
the
and they
National
trapped through the
Football
barbed wire.
League is on the air.
Cool.
Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Denver Broncos.
2 stories, all natural wood, like a real fucking lake house, 5 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, and I want to teach my boat.
So you like to cook?
With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
With
Yeah,
the
when you
bottles
went out
been
for your
drinking with the
5-mile
man.
jog, you were
You get a record clear?
flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to
we're in
happen.
mud right now.
Now we get to see it on the field.
Damn.
Why not there?
Fish. Priest. Oh, the priest. Oh, shit.
Snake, the water.
Priest. Is the priest gonna come to visit Marty? You know what I'm talking about? The priest from
Yeah, from
the cartel, yeah.
Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And off we go on EA Sports. Taken from about the 12. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when there are bodies on the field. And he's creative with big throws downfield.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
An excellent execution of the 360 spin helped him out there as he gets forward for a pickup of about 6. Now the give, right side. Pickett. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
But there's a substantial history in my family. My brother who was here, he was committed.
To your knowledge, have you ever received a diagnosis for a psychological problem?
You just gonna read from that form? Here, just take this. Take this. I will pay double. Just let me in for 1 night.
Have you ever had thoughts of harming yourself?
I'm having thoughts of harming you, John.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Girl over there.
We have 164 this year. And 164 patients.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion there lines up a wash, and it'll bring it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
They have the paperwork? What paperwork? What's going on?
Now he's not going to be able to wander.
The Broncos send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on the punt.
Yep.
Fielded at the 20. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Ravens, they'll take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, when the columnist write possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave him the game?
And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos.
Started worse.
Denver touchdown.
Like you should have seen this coming up.
So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Not anymore, eh? Look, you're still barking. You got ideas about the cocktail menu, and I'll hear you out. But the controlling interest here is mine. So you need to find another way to launder your money.
That's a good time. This is dangerous. Not a good idea.
Extra point attempt to follow
they're taking
here.
your shit to the storage closet upstairs.
And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. Here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Baltimore is set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
She is really good, though.
Maneuvers way forward for about 4. Second and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. For the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time you wait for his man to come open.
She's fucking around and helping blow the shit up, too. Right?
My father was trying to get our kids to move with him to North Carolina. Yeah, he's got an extra time with my wife. He thinks that the kids aren't safe. You think they're safe? I don't know.
On first down, Lance. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Marty, please tell me you're not too distracted, that that's going to be a problem. No. Okay.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
I got Mary Schuler.
CFO of the FLCIO, Are you joking?
No, I am not. And Richard Kaiser's PAC had to cancel their silent auction because they were getting too many regretfully declines.
Unbelievable.
Yes, actually unbelievable. Guys, this fiscal goal, get this particular group of people to coalesce. At that point, game over.
So that'll back him up 5.
When we pull it off. God, you're a beast. I'll I'll be there in a bit.
So they're going to come to
She
the
wanted to
line
get some
here, and
money
it
for
appears
what?
trying to go for it on fourth. And they'll go for it. Lance. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the
Why is this?
preseason.
Oh, maybe he just didn't want her to do that shit outside.
He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
An opportunity to get back to level after the fumble return
But
touchdown.
she's missing.
First and goal. Hands it off
Right.
out of the gun. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, second and goal. He'll try again, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
You want to raise 2 teenagers? I really do. Look, you're exhausted. You should be. You fought hard. You won. Just take the money. There's only one road out of town. All you gotta do is get on it and drive away.
So all even at 7 now as they take it away.
It's a life changer.
Taken from about the 12. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10.
I'll call the police.
You know when Mom was really sick?
Oh,
you know, you might not remember because you spent the whole year at the great when she was dying and I was taking care of her.
Down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Straight up.
We've seen quite a bit of the
That's the Wendy Byrde that I wanted to hear.
First quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works
Say that shit out loud.
for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a big game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers,
But also,
now you go
yeah,
take it deep, and now you get some of those big
Jonah would kill him. So, like, he ain't been finna beat Jonah or Charlie.
This is really about leaving the cookies and carrying up your own shit. That's all here.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee. And that means 4th down.
Or whatever else y'all under get done.
Because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
there's always going to be some concern, right? I clean my record up, and you and Wendy ain't going to shit where I eat.
She forgot that they think her killed a dude.
The Broncos send out
That's
their
the only thing that
partner
I'm like,
now.
girl,
Away from about
they
his
still got
35.
something on you.
And it's on camera.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Ravens
He
will
made
get it.
her.
First
Well, he
and
helped
10
her
from deep in their
become
own territory.
that. And
Baltimore
also
about ready to go on
had multiple
offense.
chances to keep
Last
her
time
on
they
the
were able to
team,
give
and
the
Wendy
benefit
doing
of good
fuck
field
shit, and
position led to a touchdown. This time they're going to have to work for
when
it.
he didn't protect her against Frank Jr., that's really when she flipped on him.
Touchdown. I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Throwing on first down is Lance. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
And he takes us across the 15 to the 17.
Sick people, poor people, and if anyone even looks, if the IRS or the FBI or anyone even mentioned investigation, it's all over. Images everything.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands.
Gotta get them to come home.
Man, this is ridiculous, man.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Well, if you won't do it, I'll do it.
Throwing now is Lance.
What does that mean?
Over the middle to Beckham. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Dad.
I know it's hard to see right now, but the most important thing is your family.
Grandpa's family. Shared that before.
But he's not somebody that you know, Donna.
I know he's better than Mom.
Sure.
They'll run for the first time with Kenneth Gainwell.
He is.
And he's going to be taken down with the marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
What about you?
You can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
By doing everything she says.
By staying.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. These two teams all tied after 1.
We will all have decisions to make. Okay?
There are a lot of people coming into the private air.
Charlotte gonna stay?
I think they both want to stay. And then when they try to leave, remember how the season started with them getting hit on the highway?
On 2nd and 9.
So they ended up staying, but...
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Because I'm a good manager. No, what is a good manager?
Oh, the guy said
This is failing, really. It's
man.
run perfectly, and you're fine.
What you going to
That
do?
is important to the casino. And the casino is important to Ruth. But you should know, outside of the civility of getting business, you got to get a use for you.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run going to have the first down yardage to the 35. So he needed one. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
That's crazy. Well, yeah, so go back to sleep or lay back down. So when I get ready to leave, and I'll call you. I won't. Bye. I know. I'm so excited. Love you too.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
Delta got sacks after you in your 15 minutes.
Play action, now it's Lance.
What'd she say? Oh, shoot.
She got my number for bars. Because I guess she got me called or whatever.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Yeah. I'm going to call her back. And finish watch this.
So Lance going to throw. And he will find his man Ruggs. And
wait, what was the
get
thing
this all
again?
the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Water.
He's such a good route runner.
Priest,
Shows it there
fish,
on 3rd down.
water, and a snake.
And a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And then
She talked bad to her, though.
I did hear her.
You know, Wendy Byrde don't like that.
It's going to blow up. What you think?
Oh, my God. I hope not.
Something happened.
Yeah, something got... Oh, there you go. Who is it? It's a man, man. Who is it? Oh, it's the dude. It's the trigger man. Take my bag.
3 yards
Nigga.
on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Yeah.
To throw, it's Lance. He finds his man, complete. That's Gardner. Short completion, just 4 yards.
This is your life now, right? This is really your life now.
What in the holy hell is wrong with you?
You're talking about?
You said an assassin.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Other ways, and yet you insist on fucking with Ruth. Why do you have such a hard on for that woman? I don't have a hard on for anyone else. I'm going to give you an example. You have 30 different vendors.
Lance looking to throw it. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
That's become a theme.
The down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into
Unacceptable, right?
Down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
Yeah, brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
It's 1:30.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Got a man, it's caught for the Ravens touchdown. Henry Ruggs there to make the grab, and the Ravens have taken the lead.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
She's looking at me like, why do you
Feet. How about the hands?
get on that
The ball
cover there.
possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds. That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Pull up. She's not fucking. Oh, she was back at the mental hospital too.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Let's look to add the extra point.
Yeah, I had nothing to do with that.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that originally a 17-play drive, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score.
They didn't come for you.
Not if you do your job. Find another way to clean up.
And without your help, I can't get this done as fast as I need to.
Like I said, it ain't personal.
She made a commitment to that lady, and the lady actually did, you know, whatever.
Bailey now to kick
I don't know.
it
Something gonna happen there.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason, and runs like that on opening weekend.
You suggesting?
I'm simply saying that the FBI's already given us the answer.
Great series. Is the game on? Oh.
Camilla. Let's give her the whole thing.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
The FBI.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's a big play there for the Broncos.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They make somebody that they've never met before, a shadow cartel leader?
All I want is the money from the seizures. Look, bring these people to the FBI. They're interchangeable. They're disposable.
Hey. For what?
Do you see another way?
What do you want?
You think she'd be willing to do it?
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Yeah, but how many you want?
Gonna give this time to the tailback.
Like 25 or what?
Good pick up on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
That's good work now.
Yeah, nah. They said they was gonna do it. So when it was too big for them to put it in a little package box here. The what you call it? Don't accept packages.
Hey, I've been meaning to ask you, how's the schools at by where y'all live?
Why do all you women care so much about the schools?
Those two are smart and shit. They're gonna need good fucking teachers.
And you can watch your language around me.
I'm sorry.
I mean, really,
That's English now.
Comes you and my son spend time together anyway.
What do you mean?
Aside from the physical, what'd you do? What'd you
Once you get there, it's like, all right, now, finally.
I guess we talk about what everybody talks about. How's your day?
So, tonight is paid somebody $50 to party for graduation. And it wasn't closed.
Because you're not this time.
All right.
He likes fruit bats. Same as me. You can't trust blondes.
I figured you can't trust that anymore.
Drop off mine.
And they're smart mouthed.
Okay. You have a good night now.
Have a good time on your boat.
Oh, Harold, not
Been for a while now that you're working with the FBI.
These seizures are the key. It's unprecedented business. Otherwise,
I think it's just thinking too much.
Both your brother and your son, you have smart.
Don't tell me.
And look at the two of them.
Okay, wait, I'm gonna call you back when it's over.
Your brother was taken down by a rogue FBI agent.
Someone said there was some shit going on.
What happened?
It's gonna come up.
It's very much on our side. And your son, may he rest in peace, he was never given the opportunity to embrace the arrangement because your brother had him killed.
They want me to run the cartel. They won't believe my brother's running it. Why?
In maintaining the appearance of patriarchy. It avoids a lot of headaches in your organization, don't you think?
And pretend like this is for my benefit. If I run the cartel, with the approval of the FBI, that means I'll stop investigating you and you'll be free to run your foundation and be a kingmaker.
All those things can be true.
Also true, yeah.
Not great. But we're working through it, thanks.
They're at a wild age. They've got emotional.
Yes, they are.
Your family means a lot to you. Well, my family means a lot to me too. And yet you'll have me kill my own brother to make all this possible.
We knew.
We know.
We knew it was you who made the attempt on your brother's life. And we never told him, and we never will, because we want to keep you alive.
Make you king.
That's what you wanted anyway.
Now that I know all this, what makes you think that won't kill you?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, what?
Because of us, you got the FBI. These are the biggest cartel in the world and never be on any most wanted list. Never see a prison cell.
There'll be everything and nothing at once. Which, if I'm not mistaken, is exactly what you want.
Okay.
Okay, as in yes.
Okay, yes and yes.
Damn.
She gonna kill me.
Fucking Wendy Byrde.
We'll set up a meeting with the FBI.
I'll need to be seen online one last time.
I don't think that that's the best idea.
Yeah, well, no, what he means is that it would be easier on you if you didn't see him.
No, I'll be fine.
Of course, but we'll look into it, but it may not be possible.
I believe you make it possible.
Nigga. Now we in
How fast can we
a different level of business dealing, so you for sure gotta do this.
I told you at this point you need Schaefer to get into our SZN, or you need a lot more time and money to put a new team together.
It might be that we don't need him off the list after all.
Why are you planning on killing another cartel head? Right, well, you can fill Schaefer's seat with last time.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Good, potentially, if you got it.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Quickly here, and that's complete.
¿Eres mejor? Ya hasta te regresó el color al rostro. Aquí no te cortan el pelo, ¿verdad? Ya se verte más joven. ¿Te acuerdas de mi boda?
Tu boda.
Right.
Apenas tenía 15 años, estaba borracho.
Andabas metido en un chingo de líos. Papá estaba bien encabronado.
Bounds taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his fifth catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. From the gun, Herbert on third down. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been.
I think she probably said, "Who do you think did it?"
25.
Yeah.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
Yeah, protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. Lance now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards to pick up there.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
I'm going to need you to tell me who killed my son.
I know that your brother ordered the hit, but I don't know.
3 yards remain for second down.
Listen, come on. I'm not really on that side of the business, so
here's Lance to throw it.
Details. I'll apologize.
It's incomplete.
Nah, Nick.
Couldn't connect.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Lance going to try and throw on third down here.
He knew he couldn't trust her. So fucking windy there.
But he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there, that brings up 4th.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Herbert on first down now. Over the middle, complete. That's Richards. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Out of the gun, it's Herbert. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos.
What can I do for you? He wants to see you.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much
that's the
further
priest.
as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Yep.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to...
Bro, you've been playing this game for 2 hours, seem like.
Yeah. I restarted, and I've been watching Ozark.
Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore. Or they get tired and they get out of position, or he runs 3 tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Lance. He's going to float this one deep right side.
You should be relieved from your position as commissioner.
Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room.
Kill the man or join the church.
Ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We begin with 2 teams forever linked, thanks to Franco Harris's immaculate reception. Las Vegas taking on Pittsburgh. at Heinz Field. And it's the Raiders who have the lead in the second quarter. Michael Thomas, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. T. Higgins, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting 49ers. The Bears played well in their opener, trying to send their sellout crowd home happy. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gott
But that's fucked up
and
though,
Charles
because she put him in
Davis.
that position. Now he out, she's in there.
Tell the kids I'm in here?
No, I did not tell the kids. I don't want to worry them.
The whole point is to
All
worry
right,
the kids.
Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. But we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
If I leave here, I'll kill him.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Lance now on first down. And that, nearly picked off. But would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead...
because he said let him launder the fucking money.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now a play fake. Lance. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
She don't have no gun. Why she don't have her gun? Oh, she threw the gun away. Oh, she went to the jail. She went straight to the jail.
We need someplace private to talk.
No.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Office, Miss Langley, is your name?
Lance now to throw.
Oh, shit.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He works for the Warner cartel, and he had them.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. Going left side, it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line.
He shot her in wide.
Here's Lance.
And when I found that out, I hunted him down.
A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And you ain't never going to find him.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Oh, my God.
And they're going to speed things up here.
If anyone ever comes at me and says that I said any of this shit to you, I'll deny it and tell them that you're crazy. And he'll believe you anyway because it is crazy.
Right.
Throwing again
And
on
who will
second
believe him
down.
anyway?
Lance firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
This is what you expect me to do. Personal.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that
His
one.
face
I'm
is
not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line. Because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
What's good on the extra point? And that will make this a 4-point game.
There's a buckle of politics in your job. Market is right.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
You're going to be a good sheriff, Ronnie.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
Slicker and spit.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this one goes nowhere.
Oh,
Losing
shit.
yardage back at the 22.
Is he gone?
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Damn.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he fends him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
I'm not supposed to do the analysis here, but I've got to ask, how did he stay alive that long in the box?
Great footwork, which we know he has. If he would have been able to stay alive, get rid of the ball, or run for some yardage, he would have had a very unhappy defensive coordinator, I believe.
No doubt about that.
Hey, I got Duck Dynasty on. It's a really good.
Okay, yeah. You need to listen to me. Now, you need to get out of it.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Two things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take a shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter.
Oh, my God.
All the same.
Shit, get behind the trailer. Run.
The Broncos send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Once he gets out of the fucking park, you need to shoot him. Or kill you. We'll find you and
We'll call
kill
that a
you.
47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's been pretty solid.
Yeah, they country like rednecky. They know guns and all of that shit. Fuck around and get killed. Does he see her first? Mud. Oh man, this is all with. Shoot him again. You gotta hit him again. That's too quality.
It's 2 o'clock.
I'm almost there.
No, but Ruth can't be wrapped up in the bullshit. Well, it happened on her property, but he was definitely coming with bad intentions. This is how they all get wrapped up in the cartel shit, though, maybe. I don't know. Nah, they just get rid of his body, right?
I agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched. Respect. That one drops down, incomplete.
Okay, listen.
Good coverage there, force the...
This probably got this next one. Probably the last one. Let me see. Okay, fishing. Who was fishing?
She was watching on Duck Dynasty.
Oh my God! Look at you. Oh, and that's rain. Snake.
Yeah, I don't know if the snake. Oh, maybe the snake thing was him going behind his back and killing her brother.
About to see. Hold on.
I just realized you picked the what's the name up.
Yeah. They out there, but they need something gotta happen.
Oh, I see. You said, but what?
Someone gotta do something about that back there.
What?
I said I gotta do something about that space.
Oh.
You
reading about what's happening?
I'm reading about the symbols.
Oh, the locker room?
Mm-hmm. Ah, true. Yeah, it's just rain because, like, remember, I think the episode opens up and I think it's raining and it's gonna keep raining the whole time. And at I guess the time that it's raining the most, she runs in the thing, confesses all the shit, and dude gets killed all in the rain.
Mm-hmm.
They do a good job.
Your mom and them up yet?
They supposed to like gather and stuff at the crib. Well, actually, they went to Summer's house first.
Oh, okay.
Comfortable?
Very.
Alright, almost done.
Free, and it's second down. On second down now, it's Gardner. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
That honey peanut butter? Or just the peanut butter?
They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were. And you know what offensive linemen love about
peanut
the
butter?
Why is he looking like that?
Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender.
You like peanut butter too, Jada, right?
Play if he doesn't read his keys.
Yeah, why did you do?
Now Lance. Flushed out right. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Yeah, no, I'll give it a little piece.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Oh.
What you read or what did you say?
Oh. Wait. Oh, the thing was it was like, you know, in the hospitals it'd be having that thing, like even, you know, it's like a snake around a little rod thing. Yeah, it was like that, but it was more snakish. But it was still talking about, it was her checking herself in an intimate hospital. Yeah, that was that one. And what was the other one? The priest, the rain, the snake.
And I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Fish.
Yeah, the fish. So they're saying that it's not.
Duck Dynasty.
I think Duck Dynasty makes more sense. But also, yeah, I think Duck Dynasty makes more sense.
You seen the huge fish?
Yeah, and she was laughing.
Yeah.
And
they're saying it's not that part.
From the red zone now,
yeah, they're saying it's not that part.
And that'll be dumped off to Gainwell.
They're saying there's not a real fish in this episode, but there is a big catch. Jim, the lawyer, tells Wendy that he managed to recruit Mary Schuler, so the Byrdes might be able to do it. Yeah.
Make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets
But I think that makes more sense. Oh, she's helping do the pool. Oh shit, under the pool. I'm tripping.
And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And he will force his way into the end zone for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. As the Ravens
got another check. You got another paycheck.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it's in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes.
That's Marty, huh?
Jab, and finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Shit.
Extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown.
Get enough mud on you?
Just tell me what you fucking want, Marty.
You gotta help me get my kids
God,
back.
you're fucking kidding me.
I'm not. Avi's mom knows that Navarro did not
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
I don't know exactly what happened.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And why am I responsible for your family?
Because I don't know.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
That's not
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 5 yards out. That brings up 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to
Hell
settle
yeah.
down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
That's him.
Final minute now in the 3rd quarter.
I mean, because really she pushed him to that point, though.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
She knows she got to help him.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
He don't be really doing though. Oh ass shit. Wendy just be doing a bunch of weirdo shit. It's over. It's over for that man.
What if they did with the truck, though?
They could make that truck disappear. They in Nowheresville, Ozarks. They could, I don't know. They could do anything.
Glass breaking, coffee, a bowl, and a grill.
A hair bow. Why is that?
But you heard how the grandpa talked to her, right?
Talk bad to her.
Ruth, talking about he didn't even like blondes, he liked brunettes. And his current girlfriend is a blonde.
is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today.
What is it? Yeah, there's so much sport to do for the foundation.
This is taken at the 23. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Again, a run with Gainwell. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Off of play action, here's Lance. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On 2nd down, it's Gardner, and he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for you.
She had to see it first, so.
The old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Sounds you really here. I'm sure that makes you very satisfied.
If I do what I need to do, that's got to be enough. I can't
John
control
Harbaugh
what
going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback.
She like, this nigga finally getting some work done.
It's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's caught. Beckham. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
You know, we must get some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set.
Right?
unbearable. You were right. If I just left him here, he'd still be alive.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
It's a really big deal.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He finds his man complete. That's Richards. Room here to run. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books. But now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now a throw here to his running back. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll bring up a 2nd down. Here's Herbert. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Dean. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time off the clock.
He finds his man complete. It's Richards.
Oh, shit.
And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
I guess I got lucky, small town, and you didn't have that many girls to choose from.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Now, trust me, you gotta hold your tongue when it comes to
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
I hope she's recording it so she could just play it in front of the kids and be like, what, bro?
You won. You got
So
Jonah
it's
and
Bronco
Charlie.
football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 44, Herbert. And the Raven pressure too much.
Please be recording it, right?
They get to the line here. Remember, it's also 3rd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Jonah's a little Marty, and Charlotte's a little fucking Wendy.
They'll get in line.
They will kill him, like I said.
From the gun, here's a run by Gainwell. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll stay on the ground with Gainwell again. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Have I done something to offend you?
No, it's just the truth. You don't give
that time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Not you.
I'd like you to leave now, please.
I'll leave. If you tell me why you went to court for kids you don't even fucking want.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough.
Don't shoot him now.
Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
What you just told me.
Back to throw. Lance. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. So on fourth down, a big time completion. The defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll run here with Gainwell. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
It's my fault.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10 and taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter.
And I tried to. I remember what was coming who he was.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Has it knocked free. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And the Ravens have got it. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return?
And by keeping Ben around, I could prove I was in control.
Everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home.
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And now the Ravens calling the offense onto the field here as they're going to go for 2. Following the fumble recovery, Lance. And that's incomplete. Well, they had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that two-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for two and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken just shy of the 10.
Riley screaming so little. Nah, I'm talking about this.
Denver's offense now set to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. If they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
Yeah.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Okay, good.
One last throw here for Herbert. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains, because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in the second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Ravens, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
How's the top of the bell looking?
The double clerk table space to handle all the RSVPs.
Don't worry, you don't have to go if you don't want to.
Oh my God.
Ooh, that was dramatic. Wait, so was it the truck's fault? It was
Oh
driving
my
the wrong
God.
way?
That's somebody's. Is that a person? The truck was on the wrong side of the road, and they swerved to avoid the truck.
That's a shattered glass.
Somebody's alive. It's Jonah. It's Marty. Dog. Oh my God. Where are the girls? Oh man. She's fucking dead. She's dead.
It's 2:30.
No.
Help! Guys, help me!
Her eyes are open.
Hey, what do you want? Can you hear me, honey? Hey, you okay? Give me this hand. So, tell me.
Just fucking make it out, man.
God, leave that shit flip though. Like, none of them should have made it, but they did all have on their seatbelts.
They're like, dog, can we just get to a beach or somewhere safe? Now, where is this? The nigga's fucking car. Oh. They need to get rid of this nigga's car.
Camelo car. Mello?
Hi there.
Hey, why don't you guys go?
Oh, no. They're looking for Nelson. They might be looking for Nelson, but they also might not give a shit.
Yeah.
That's the priest, right?
Just got in a bit of a car accident.
But you were all unharmed.
Well, we're a bit bruised, we're a little jumpy, but we're okay.
Navarro wants to see you.
Mm-hmm. Now.
Nelson he's missing.
How?
It's not like him. Omar is very agitated about it, and he knows there are some messages that just won't deliver, and that's why he's asking me to fetch you.
Yeah. Not a problem. I gotta run a quick errand first. I won't be long.
It's not healthy to be around so much death.
No, we're all perfectly okay.
You're lying to yourself.
You're overreaching. Yeah.
How many times does God have to point at you before you take notice?
Mm-hmm.
I believe that accident was your last warning.
Oh no. It's an assurance. We're gonna make it out alive.
Hi.
Yeah?
I need to know if Nelson is in the bottom of your pool. God damn it. God damn it.
It's not your fucking problem.
It's all my fucking problem, Ruth. You are always my problem. Here's the situation. Navarro knows that Nelson is dead, okay? Or at least he's got a pretty good idea. But the truth is that Navarro is about to be out of the picture.
Out of the picture, heck.
Out of the picture. Out of the picture. Just let me finish. So, since Navarro's about to be out of the picture, he's not going to be in any position to hit back. You're going to be safe. But I also understand if you don't trust me, so if you want, I've got the name of a PI that can give you a brand new identity. You've got money, you can start cleaning.
I like my name.
Me too.
Yeah. Are you sure Navarro's in?
It's all in the works. There's one more thing. We're all going to meet with the FBI tomorrow, and they're going to need assurances that they can continue to launder money out of the casino.
The fucking FBI?
The fucking FBI, but it's not a crime. They're sanctioning it. Can you sit with them tomorrow and hear them out, please?
I always got time for my fucking government.
Jonah and Charlotte are back home, so thank you for your help with them.
Yeah, well, you were gonna have me killed if I didn't, so. Anyway, they deserve him less than they deserve you.
Thank you for coming on such short notice.
So,
like an emergency.
I believe my sister was behind the attempt on my life.
Oh shit.
Why would you think that?
So she told me.
She came to see me. She began talking about the past. Reminiscing. So she was saying goodbye.
That could have been anything.
She's my sister, Wendy, I know.
Now he knows. Now.
So he's not about to be out the picture.
What would you like us to do?
Now he wants them to kill her.
You will call this number. He will come from Chicago and take care of it.
Sorry.
Me too. She is my sister and I love her very much. Did you hear about Nelson? This is how I knew that it was Camila. She orders the first hit, and then she takes care of Nelson to prepare for a second try. The work to get me out, how does it go?
Good.
You blundered enough?
Everyone that needs to be paid in Mexico will be paid.
The SZN list.
It's all set.
You know,
I will need you to step back in, Marty. Go back to Mexico.
Exactly. That's what I was just gonna say. Because the cartel don't give a fuck who's operating the cartel, but somebody needs to be operating it, and we need to know. Like, we gotta have the only way that it can continue to exist is if we gonna get Freemason now.
We're so close. We're so close.
And they got the kids back. Something gotta happen.
What you said? Don't worry. What?
He believes us.
I don't think he do. I think it's a setup.
You think that the sister might have told him, like, yeah, I actually did it. They knew. They didn't say shit. The FBI's on the shit. We could all actually fuck around and make it out.
I think the sister.
He's finna get killed.
I think, or it's like they either kill her or they gonna be killed because he knows something about Navarro. So he believed. I mean, but yeah, that was strange that he, she came in there reminiscing. So yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's a giveaway too. And then that's why he instantly was like, I didn't kill Hobby,
Mm-hmm.
But now he's like, you putting two and two together, and then since Bruce then killed the other guy, he's like, oh yeah.
You took out the hitman. I mean, you took out basically the protector, all of that. But really, that was Ruth. Really, that was Ruth, and that was because Wendy sent him after Ruth.
That's what I'm saying. Everything. Wendy is the dominant for all the shit. Honestly. When he just went, I knew whatever he told Ruth, I knew he was something was about to happen because he hadn't met with Navarro yet. So he didn't tell Ruth she good because he couldn't be out the picture. But I don't see him being out the picture. And the sister do wants to take over the what's the name. But the sister been having her attorney, look into all this. I don't know. It's fucking crazy. Ooh, crazy. I just want to go and get in that pool. And then I'll look down there and see the people that are in there.
Be hella kids.
Big ass.
Hella kids.
She made that whole pool wave. Oh man, and she only ran in there. She didn't even jump. She only ran in there, and that whole shit just.
That's a big girl.
Oh, she's big. I mean, it's waving you know how the strong wave. Shit.
Rocking people.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we can piss me off, man. We're so close. We're so close. We're almost there. No. You further and further away from getting out.
Fucking up.
The more you do, you are getting further away. Marty looked like fuck.
Because
he said, he was just like,
he already know he back here.
face, like, God, really. They said he was FBI.
And Navarro. Well, Navarro knows about the FBI, actually.
Yeah, he knows about it, but they didn't think the sister knew. She said she knew about it already. So that wasn't information to her. Yeah, I need something. My stomach is just really hurting. I really need to go to H-E-B though. I can get the fruits and vegetables. But I just feel so crappy. And I didn't bring no other shorts to just put on. Go into the store. So I'm still gonna have to go here first.